the other people. I don't expect, if you never been through the system and you never know how it feels to be fighting for your life, on trial, fighting for your life, knowing that you might get 25 to life, knowing that you might spend the rest of your life in prison, you're not going to understand. But everybody that ever been through some, everybody that has family members that look at that differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, that man is innocent until proven guilty. Let that man fight. Give that man an opportunity to fight for his life, bro. Don't add more fuel to the fire. Don't add more gasoline onto that shit so more people could. You got a big ass platform, bro. You got a big ass platform. You could sway jurors. Jurors could see your Math Hoffa show and be like, you know what? Math Hoffa fuck with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Troy Ave, and he did that. And then now in his mind, in that person's mind, it's there. So if you was a real one, you would have been like, nah, we not even gonna talk about that. Even though he called me a bitch, even though he said I'm a bitch and all types of shit and I'm pussy and all that, we still not gonna do that. We real. So now we not gonna talk about that. But you didn't do that. You set the table up for him to talk about it. You wanted him to talk about it because it made you feel better. It made you feel like, oh, I'm Matt Hoffa now with a big show, and Tax Stone, you call me a bitch and you in jail fighting for your life. So I'm gonna just make you feel like shit. That's what you was doing, bro, like a little girl.
You are. You really not. You can report crimes on the Citizens app. Just so you know.
Well, you can report crimes on an iPhone.
But the iPhone doesn't have a button that says here.
They got 911.
It has 911.
Wow, this is my first time looking at this. I did not know that he was going to say that.
Emergency.
Which it is common knowledge.
What are you supposed to say?
So when you came on the show, was you suggesting that all Chinese people that were victims of hate crimes take it to the streets? Is that what you were suggesting?
No.
You what?
What I would listen. The streets is for street people. I thought you was a street person. I thought you came under that. That's why I held you to that regard. You can't expect. Hold on. You can't expect an old lady. You can't expect an old lady to live by a street code, but I expected you to because you came from that. You're the person that you was chewing up shit.
You're not an old lady. You're not an old lady, Raymond.
I didn't.
You're not an old lady, Raymond.
What is with the government's being thrown around? Come on, Raymond. Come on, Justin. They've been throwing. I ain't heard them call each other Mac or Math, none. They've been calling each other by their governments.
I never had that.
Wait a minute. I don't have the app.
You was on the show. You actually know the people who run the Citizens app, right?
Yeah.
They're your friends. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what you talk about, Raymond?
So what are you talking about?
You talk about Raymond.
You trying to make it sound like you trying to make sense.
Yeah, for the most part, this was all right. Y'all can check the whole interview out. Everybody got this mug posted, so I don't even think you got to go to China Mac or Math to see this. Shout out to Angry Fans. Shout out to Piper Boy. Shout out to a fan's point of view. Shout out to Chigs. You know what I'm saying? But this whole thing started because, it started when Troy Ave was on, in my expert opinion, and they got to talking about things. They was talking about a tax stone came up, obviously. And that didn't sit right with China Mac. And Math said in this interview, like, he's not a street person. You're not a street person anymore, Math. Anymore. That's what you said. You came from the block, bro. Come on now. The bully. But like I said, there's no reason these dudes can't come together and talk. And, well, at least they doing that. I think it's going to be smoothed out after the fact. But this was good. This needed to happen. I don't sense no intention coming from this. And Math admitted, like, look, I don't like Tax Stone, but I don't wish death on him, And that's, that's cool. I don't expect nothing to come for this. So shout out to Math Hoffa, Peace to China Mac. Not a fan, but I respect him. He, China, he done been through it. He done put his work in and whatnot. Ain't nothing sweet about China Mac. I will say that. I do want to see if China Mac and Nina Boy gonna get in the ring. We'll talk about that later. This your man Mondo Ray Boy, courtesy of DPE Real-ish.